Hello, I'm Bear Kenny, and this is Bear Sword's Question of the Week. We got a question this week that we get all the time. The question is, why doesn't your sword fighting look like it does in the movies? So, let's jump right in. So, lots and lots of people ask, why doesn't your sword fighting look like it does in the movies? And the answer is because we're going for different goals. When you're fighting in a movie, your goals are show the action to the audience, and this includes on stage as well, but it's also let your opponent see what's coming. Both of them are very important. The first is to express the story that the sword fighting is meant to talk about. The second is simply to keep your coworkers, your actors, safe. When you're fighting competitively, it's almost the exact opposite. You don't want your opponent to at all know where your sword is coming from. Additionally, while it's nice to entertain the crowds, it's really low on the list of what's important. So when you start to separate those two pieces into what does a good competitive fighter need to focus on versus what does an actor or choreographer need to focus on, it becomes very clear why they look very different. In the movies, you'll have a lightsaber that swings all the way around, and they'll flip over their opponent and slice down at them that way because that looks awesome. I have never once in any of the many tournaments I've gone to seen a fighter flip over their opponent and slice down at them. I wait for the day. In a combat situation, as soon as I swing like this, my opponent's gonna stab me in the face. And good for him for doing so. I think that's exactly what they need to do. In combat, you need your moves to be short and difficult for your opponent to follow, as invisible as you can make them. So when you are doing stage combat, be bold, make big, large movements that your opponent can see coming and that the audience can feel like they're a part of the story. When you're competing, do the opposite. Strike quick and invisibly. So if you learned something or you liked what you heard, click like. If you'd like to learn more of these kinds of things, number one, leave a comment with one of the questions and we'll do it as a future question of the week. Or hit subscribe. Be a watcher for a while. You'll get involved eventually. Take care.